Shit, I am live. Holy shit. Okay. Day two. Hello, guys. Nobody watches my stuff. It's fine. I have to get adjusted to it. Yeah, and I have chat. Oh, I can type something. Time to stream. I don't know why. Why would I even type that? Okay. So chat is working. Everything's working. Yeah, from now on, I will be streaming. Finally, I got the permission to stream. God knows what's happening. Okay. Yeah, anyway, day two. I had a rough day today, alright? Okay, let's not be like, oh, I cannot do that. First, I need to do this, and like that. Okay. Well, I had a rough day today, so I might be a little bit slower. I might be a little bit stupider today. I might be a little bit more on edge today, okay? Had a rough day, alright? It wasn't good, but still gonna grind, right? At least an hour. At least an hour of effort. Okay, let's think now. What is my objective now? I need a little bit of time to recall what I've been doing. I think it was in pictures or something. No. Yeah. Alright, just paint. Yeah, just paint. And I think I was doing, yeah, those pictures. Oh no, it's not that. Well, yeah, Morgan. Yeah. I remember now. Okay, so we have a theme, which is this. Time moves strangely for Morgan, hours can feel like minutes, and deadlines appear suddenly. Morgan has a collection of half-finished projects, and each felt like the most important thing in the world when they started. Morgan's mind connects things in ways others don't always follow, seeing patterns between seemingly unrelated ideas, jumping from topic to topic through invisible bridges of association, and so on and so forth. Well, I've come to the conclusion that my Morgan is gonna be, like a little bit stuck in life, right? Essentially, he's gonna feel stuck, and I'm gonna, visually show that through, like this, uh, shining a light through the dark, right? So he has to navigate through this tiny little light, which is our cursor, right? It's going to be a level based game, it's going to be a point and clicky game, it's going to be whatever. So your source of light, you just, look around and, you observe the environment, right? To see any patterns, right? To continue forward, right? Otherwise, something's gonna happen to Morgan, right? He's gonna wake up again or something like this. I don't know, like a Groundhog's Day or something like this. Oh, that's a good idea. All right. So like, yeah. In order to progress, you have to, like, be I don't know, be observant, right? Be an observant. Okay. Um, He's a great thinker, has great ideas, can help the player. In his own head, explains himself like a huge book. You can easily get what he's trying to say, and he has a motivation, right? I have hope that someday things are going to get better. I'm going to feel better. He tries. That may conflict with players' intentions of leading him somewhere, but when you find the right communication path, things will go great. And this is exactly what we need. So, is this all about the theme? I guess so. And also, I had the game planned, right? I'm gonna do a tutorial, learn how to navigate the darkness using light, learn how to interact with objects to get results. And actually, my previous, like recording dropped suddenly. My PC crashed. I thought, maybe I just do things off camera a little bit. So I did things off camera, and not a little bit, actually quite a lot. Okay, I've put, substantial amount of stuff. Well, what I've done, I'm gonna show you right now if it will allow me to open the Unity Hub. Oh, why is it in a white theme? What? It doesn't make any sense. Hold on. I've never actually seen that. Oh, it's fine. Well, I exit this. So you're gonna see just now what I'm talking about, okay? So I have plenty of time right now, but I'm gonna use like an hour or so because I have a very, very like strict and tight schedule, so things won't go the way I want them to go, and that's a bit sad. But I think this is what this game jam is for. Finding the time to do the thing. Finding the courage, all that stuff. And this is why this is stretched to a month, right? Healthy Gamer himself, I think, said that it's so that people won't feel discouraged. I think, or that might be some of his, moderators and who initially made the thing. So yeah, I've done a little bit of an improvement. I'm gonna go through each one of them. I've made trigger to speak, which is basically like the text maker that I made previously, and it just gets triggered, and then it doesn't do anything. I didn't even destroy it yet because I don't know if I want to destroy it. Probably I want to do that. I don't know. So yeah, and now I have the serialization folder, which is basically I've decided to add JSONs just to not get stuck onto basic things like changing the stuff, the sentences and stuff like this. So yeah, I won't get stuck on those, because each time you change something that has been hard coded in the script, you have to recompile and wait 10 seconds, which is not good. So I've decided, I'm gonna just use JSONs for that, and when I want to change something, change the wording, the placement of those strings, instead of going through the code and waiting until it's recompiled and correcting bugs that I made probably unintentionally, and recompiling again, I can just change that, and it changes instantly, right? Because it's just serializing objects at the end of the day, and that's it. And that's what I've been able to do. Okay, it kind of works. Oh, go there. Yeah, now it doesn't work. So yeah, it works as easy as you would think. I just have a JSON which has, chapter name. Each chapter has speeches. I don't know, just sentences, right? That you say at some point of the game, and they also speeches have names. Specific names like IDs, right? So you can easily, access the needed speech. So yeah, that's about it. And if I want to say went right, now I just do that, and I don't even need to recompile, right? It's just gonna say the other thing. That's cool. Okay, now it said okay, which is great. Like this saves time, and I think I've actually done the right thing by doing this. Now I have to be precise with my time. Now that I've done talking, I think there's not going to be much talking. I think there's going to be a little talking, actually, this time and day. Yeah, I'm going to do the tutorial. I already have, a vision in mind that I want to, produce to the screen, to the scene. People said that, before you do that, you should make drafts. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that the scene itself should allow you to experiment in it, and not be afraid to make iterations of things, you can always create a new scene and just drag items. It doesn't take that long, and going through drafts, often, feels confusing. So I think scenes are a little bit more accurate with what it does, right? So I have the scene. Obviously, I'm going to delete this guy. We will mute him for now. I think, yeah, I've been stuck on this simple thing. Okay, I have a sequencer, right? Tutorial sequencer. Where is it? Tutorial sequence, right? And probably what needs to happen is, oh, it's gonna be hard. Okay. I need to create something, some component like delete and create next, right? So like sequence step or some. Yeah. I need to create a sequence step. Oh, and I also need to commit. shit, forgot about that. Okay, game settings, I'm committing. Text activator, is this working? On trigger, text activator, I think it works. Or I probably don't need it. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it for now. Text maker, what is it changes? Oh yeah, text maker changes, trigger to speak changes, and I think that's about it. I'm gonna add those changes. They're little. Okay, text activator, we're not going anywhere. Text maker prefab also going there. JSON is going in there, and I think we're done. Right? Liberation sounds, whatever. And serializer, of course. Yeah, I think that's about it. Text activator, I think it's gone. No, tutorial sequence is actually gone. Okay. What is this? Is it minor changes? Yeah, just minor changes. Applied minor changes, right? Applied minor changes. Okay, that's it. Now I don't have to worry about that. Okay, now I can be more sure on what I want to do. I need to be as direct as possible, and I've been talking for about 11 minutes. That's good. That's actually good. I've said what I need to say. Now let's get to work. Okay, I need to create a script called sequence step. Probably I'm gonna call it as that public class sequence step, which is gonna include mono behavior, right? Good. Obviously using the engine. Yeah. And what it's going to include is it's going to include a reference to game object, next object to spawn, right? Or whatever it is. Or maybe sequence step, next sequence step, right? It's kind of obvious. Sequence step, next sequence step to spawn. Okay. Next step, next object to spawn. Okay. Maybe next sequence, right? And then object, next sequence step. And then what happens is, okay, we do what? We have a function that is going to call the deletion of this step and creation of the next step. How am I going to do that? Probably needs transitions, right? It requires transitions that I've made previously, transitions, right? This is in the namespace called custom components, so you won't get confused. Okay, add that here. Well, we have it now. Okay, and what it's going to do is it's going to have if the object has sequence step, maybe make it abstract. I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, I've told you that's a rough day today. My head is not thinking at all. Okay. Okay, I have a sequence step. I need to create the new one, right? I need a function that's going to delete the current one and create the next one so I can move through the sequence. How is it going to be called, right? Essentially, if I, like interact with it, somebody's got to call the interact thing, right? Kind of obvious. something has to be an interaction. And what it is, who's gonna call it? Oh, sequence can't call it. It just creates the first sequence, right? First step in the sequence, and then creates the next one, right? Or no? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just have those as a list of sequences. How am I gonna know? Yeah, that's the thing. Maybe I don't need a sequence step at all. Shit. I don't know what's gonna happen. Next sequence step. What is gonna happen? It's gonna have a. Okay, I need to create a sequence mover or something like this. I'm just gonna call it interact. On the trigger collision, like it senses that what I've collided with is a sequence step. So I'm gonna call an interact to it. And interact will cause it to speak, probably. So I don't need the text to trigger to speak, right? I don't need that. Or maybe I do need that. Oh, Jesus. I don't know. This is hard. This is hard. This is actually hard. How am I going to do this? Okay, so I have a sequence, right? Let's paint that. I'm not thinking at all. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I have a sequence. Right? And it goes like this. 1, 2, 3. Right? And each time I interact with it, somehow, it goes through 1 to 2, through 2 to 3, and I interact with 2. Yeah. Well, let me think. Yeah, so I need an interact method. Like, that's it. But I'm concerned with, whether should I, should I make them trigger to speak? Or can I just, but then I kind of clone the sequence steps, right? Or maybe I can create a sequence action that will, be as a component. I don't know. It's like so hard for some reason. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Let's simplify it. Or not. I cannot simplify this. I cannot simplify this. It has to say something, or maybe it doesn't say anything at all. Right? Maybe this is not on trigger enter, but just, interact also. I don't know. Okay, let's make it one-time speech. That's what I'm saying. Let's make it one-time speech. Okay, does anyone have speaker, right? Speaker. Is this my thing? Yeah, nobody has it. So it's gonna be a speaker, right? Speaker is gonna have speech name, chapter name, whatever. It's not gonna be on trigger, except it's gonna be on, just speak, right? What it does is gonna just say, whether I have something, let's just speak, right? Just call me. If you need me to speak, just call me, okay? I'm not gonna say it twice. I'm gonna say it just once for now, okay? So let's rename that. It's gonna be just speaker for now, for debugging purposes, right? So it may or may not require to speak. So do I have to make an abstract class? That's what I'm talking about. Like, I have to make, yeah, exactly. Exactly. I have to make an abstract, not class, probably just an abstract, yeah, yeah, should be an abstract. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna have the serialized field, which is sequence step, and the next step, right? And it's gonna have an public abstract void called interact, and whatever happens with that interact is going to be defined by someone else, right? And I'm going to create as much components as I need for this specific sequence to be interacted with. Or I can make a default one, which is always like deletes the other thing, but it's at the same time, I won't always have to delete the object, right? So let's just be, like abstract, completely abstract. Okay. So it doesn't require transitions or anything. It's just this, essentially. Has the interact. Yeah, yeah. And then I'm going to create, maybe paint destroy. Yes, which is going to be exactly as this one, except paint destroy is going to be, well, obviously it's going to be say and destroy step. Yeah, let's make it step, right? So it makes sense. And destroy step, and it's going to be sequence step, right? And it's not going to be abstract. Obviously, I have to kind of make this, right? Sequence step, is it public? It's public. What do you need? Override, yeah. Override. Or override public void. Okay. Okay. Interact. Yeah, and it's just gonna require me to have type of speaker, right? And it's gonna require me, I guess, nothing, right? And we're gonna just on the like on the awake, I think it's gonna. Okay, I'm just gonna have the no, it's not gonna be serialized field then. It's gonna be public because I won't be able to see that, right? It's gonna be public, and then I can just destroy that altogether. So I don't have to worry about that too much. Okay, I am going to have here a speaker, which is going to be defined at the awake state, get component speaker. So that's fine right now. I don't think I need anything else, actually, so let's make it like that. Okay, I have a speaker now. Speaker is going to speak. That's what it's going to do. And then, oh, it also needs the transitions. Yeah, now I remember. Transitions. So I'm going to, I will call the transition. Okay, it's going to be much simpler. I'm just going to create private enumerator. It's going to be sequence. Which is going to be yielding return whatever the speed is, serialized field, float, speed, fade speed, right? Fade speed, going to be 1f at the default, and 1f divided by fade speed is going to be the time that I'm yielding and returning. Wait for seconds here, and what's going to happen? I'm just going to say speaker, do your thing, speak. Okay, and it's going to just find the text maker at the start, right? It's gonna find this text maker wherever it is. It's gonna be there, right? It's gonna be there. So he's gonna find it because it's just one instance. Probably just one instance, right? Does a text maker have to be like anywhere else? Or can it be just no, probably can't. I probably will at some point make it not one instance. So let's just do it like that for now. Text displayer. It's going to be get object, game object, find any object by type, speaker. Let's just do it for now, right? Let's do it for now, and we're good to go. Oh, it's not like that. Yeah, sorry about that. It's like that, actually. Yeah, I'm just going to have speaker. Oh, text maker. Sorry. Text maker. Yep. I don't need that. Well, okay. That's it for now. Okay, it's going to work like this. Then I'm going to call the transitions, right? I also need to have transitions to happen. Transitions and, well, shit. That's why I never do, the one-liners unless I'm really, really sure. And most of the time I'm not sure, even though I think I'm sure. Transitions. Yeah, I'm gonna get them. Okay, now transitions. Do your thing. Fade. Okay, what are you gonna fade? You're gonna fade the probably sprite renderer, or what does it have? I don't know. I don't know. It sure has to have some kind of sprite, right? The required component type of sprite renderer. Yeah, and then just take that SR, get component, sprite renderer, right? And I'm gonna create that in just a moment. Right, renderer, hold SR, good. Okay, so we just speed, right? Now we just start the coroutine. Okay, and here we go like that. Okay, you return SR. Fade mode is going to be transitions. Fade mode, fade in, fade out. Duh, obviously fade out. Okay, float. Float, fade speed. Yeah, fade speed. I mean, oh, geez, my brain is not thinking speed. I'm way too slow. Okay, and well, obviously, if I have the transition here, I have to make it here, right? And I have to make it here, and it's going to be fade in, right? And obviously, because of that, I have to make sure that the sprite render color is going to be in color invisible. I don't have that, so new color 0f 0f. No. 1f, and 1f 0f. I think that's it. Yeah. Now do the transition thing. Yeah, and then obviously, you know what happens. I'm probably gonna set this active, game object set active false for now. I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe I will destroy it later. Let's just see if it works. Okay, I need a break right now. I need to do one thing. I hope it's gonna be fast. Oh shit. Okay, I'm back from my break. Okay, well, let's do that. Let's recompile and then sequence step, right? Sequence step and yeah, sequencer. I need to have a sequencer, so let's make a tutorial sequence for now. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do. What do I need chapter name for? What do I need chapter name for? That's the question. What do I need chapter name for? I don't know. Text maker? For the text maker? Text maker? Text displayer? Oh, I get the reference. Oh, I get it. I get it. Okay. So it handles the first one. Oh, so I don't have to do that. Yeah, I get it. See what I did there? If don't, it's fine. Okay, so we have a speaker, right? And this speaker needs a text maker. I made it public previously for a reason. It needs a text displayer, and it doesn't have to be like this, right? It's not, you could just share it. You could just share it, and you could share it by, handle it to the tutorial sequence, because obviously it's gonna be loading once you click the play button. So I could just pass it on here, text maker, right? Whichever I need, and I could pass it on. So we're gonna have void, probably at the awake, I'm gonna call this, right? So I don't need to do all of that. So I'm gonna have a list, serialized field, a list of sequence steps, whatever they are. Sequence steps gonna be with the big one, okay? Name is gonna be with the big one, okay? So don't confuse them with the actual private ones. Yeah. Well. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to make a sequence. And I don't need much for that. Oh, I also forgot to do, yeah, this one thing. I always need to pass the next sequence, right? So what's gonna happen? Oh, I just need just one, not even a list, right? Just sequence step, starting sequence, starting step, right? And they're all gonna be interconnected through this. And I could just load them as prefabs, right? I just load the first one, and they're gonna fall like dominoes, right? So I don't need to do much. All I have to do is just make the next one. In order to make the next one, I have to instantiate it somewhere. I don't know where. Maybe the position at which I should instantiate it. I don't know. Maybe just instantiate the whatever it was sequence step, right? I don't remember how I called it next. Next sequence step, right? Instantiate the next sequence step, game object. Okay, to do that, just instantiate it. Let it be a transform. Let it be my transform, right? And let it be quaternion identity, right? So it needs a position. Okay, then just screw that. Screw that all. Okay, maybe just vector 0, right? It's only fair. It's only fair for now. Okay, let's try that one. I hope it works. Yeah, we're entering kind of the hard territory, but what's down with the hard things, actually making assets and all of that is going to be just a time scramble, right? And that's about it. That's always how it goes. And okay, we need to make shit. I need to create prefabs. Oh, I already have them. So I'm gonna create, for example, a empty at 0, 0, 0, right? I'm just gonna include the whatever thing is gonna include, right? So it's gonna be positioned at 0, but actually it's not. It's gonna be this one, the left choice. Oh, so I don't really have to do that. Okay, left choice. Jesus, why it looks so bad? What happened to it? What is going on with the collider? I don't get it. Oh, oh, oh! It's not even a circle. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's all over the place. Okay, left choice is gonna be at this circle. Be zeroed out. Zeroed out. Okay, so now we have a choice. Left choice. And previously just spoke, right? But now we're gonna have to make it a little bit different. How's interaction gonna happen? Then just choice step. Step on trigger. Probably something like this. Probably, yeah, probably like this. Okay. I'm just gonna have on collision enter, and obviously I need to have some kind of required type of collider to D. I'm gonna have, I'm gonna have to have, okay. Let's just keep going, okay? I am done talking for now. I hope. I'm done talking. Okay. Doesn't need a collider. I think it should be gone. It's completely gone. Okay, I have a sprite renderer. The personal looker, I can make it say, oh shit. What's going on today? Oh, abstract, Jesus. Why am I doing this? Why is it abstract all of a sudden? Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Let's just keep moving forward. Okay. Save it. I don't need it anymore. Yep, yep, buddy. All right. Tutorial. And text displayer. How am I gonna do this? Well, as I said before, it needs to be a prefab. So I have to make sure that everything works fine. It needs to have a speaker, collider. Collider has to be set trigger. I have to do this on validate so I don't forget about it. Okay, we're gonna have box collider 2D, BC2D, and it's gonna be like this. BC2D is trigger set to true. Okay. Now each time I'm gonna update something, like change something in this thing. Maybe like try to get rid of this. Okay, maybe do like this. Maybe do like that. Auto tiling, something like this. Maybe remove it. I can't remove anything from the script. Okay, maybe script. Maybe just change the position. -6, -7. Okay, on validate works awful. Okay, we have to continue. Oh, I get why. Jesus Christ. I get why it's not working properly. Okay, yeah. Speech tutorial is not found. Oh, well, it's not speech tutorial. It's something completely else. It's the question, right? It's the question. No, it's went left, actually, so it's went left. Hold on. I just need a second to think about this. Oh, yeah. Jesus, what do I need to think about? Validate, I just get the BC2D component. On awake, maybe I get it. Well, just get the component. Jesus, not doing anything for the life of me. Get the component. Should I get it every time? Oh, whatever. Box glider. It works, right? If it works, do it. If it works, do it. It's just a game jam, right? Nothing more. Okay, it should update now. Hope it don't have to worry about it too much. Yeah, now trigger. So on collision trigger, or something like that. Did I say on collision enter? Yeah, I did. Well, shit. Void on trigger, enter to D on trigger, enter to D. I'm gonna do what? I'm going to do, well, you guessed it. I'm just call an action. Call an action. I mean, interact. Okay. Now it should be done. 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 That is weird. Okay. Okay, now it should be working fine. But, uh, now we go to the sequence dealer. I don't know how else to say this. Okay, and on validate, I have to give it the text displayer. On validate, right? On validate, I have to give it the text displayer. And if the text displayer is none, then do this. I don't have to. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm gonna do it like this. So it screams at me each time. Okay, I do something wrong. Well, yep. About that. Else, do this. Text starting step. I'm gonna take the text. Oh, I forgot what it is. Sequence step. Where's the thing? Next sequence step, right? Is gonna be. No. Oh, this is what I'm struggling with. Okay, someone's calling me. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna be just in about 5 minutes. I need to go out. Jesus, why does it always when I'm doing something I need it? It's so annoying. Well, whatever. Just say bye. Okay, sit. Oh my god. Oh, 1% of my stream. Jesus. Okay, I'm back. Jesus Christ. Sometimes it takes, you know, a little bit of friction, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, at least my schedule now is a little bit adjusted, so it works for me in my favor. I still have, for about an hour still, even though I've streamed for an hour, which is great. Okay. But I forgot what I was doing. Okay, yeah, certain step, sequence step. Sequence step doesn't have the speaker thing, which is kind of bad. I don't know how to adjust this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to do this. I could add an interface, but it's like actually bullshit. Past speaker or something like this. But once again, you know, it's not appropriate to do that either. Maybe like a tags or something like this. If tags contain, yeah, I can do tags. But I have to add each tag. Oh, it's actually not good. I should add tags. Well, how do I do that? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I know how. Oh, it's kind of easy actually. The game object itself, the sequence step, whatever it is. If the starting step contains, not contains. Yeah, contains the thing, but I forgot the word. Speaker. I can get it. If it's not null, we can just, I can just do the thing. Speaker, text displayer is going to be text displayer, which is great. Which is great. I'm going to have a text displayer from now on. Okay? But, how do I make sure that, whatever it is, okay, so I have to take it on the awake thing, right? Yeah, it's going to happen on the awake. Okay, unvalidate. Is it purely? Oh no, it's probably for debugging purposes only. Is unvalidate for debug only? Predator time. Oh, so it won't happen on the release. Well. Then fuck all of that, right? Fuck all of that then. Okay. Okay. Well, then fuck all of that then. Then I don't need that. Okay, let's think. Yeah. Okay, so unvalidate doesn't help us at all, which is kind of sad, but what are you gonna do about it, right? Okay. Then awake, we're gonna do that. On awake, we're gonna do that. It has to happen on awake. This has to happen on start. Am I right? Or am I wrong? Or am I completely wrong here? Probably, yeah, it has to happen on start. Okay. Now, once we get that out of the way, I need to also adjust the next sequence step. Next sequence step. Yeah, component, speaker. If it has a speaker, but it has speaker. If speaker is null, if speaker exists, then next, and then speaker is going to be not speaker. It's going to be this speaker, right? Probably like that. Well, shit, I have to go again. Jesus Christ, I hate this. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I guess that's what you have to do. The fucking game jam, or whatever. Always something. Oh, once again. Okay, I'm gonna have to go. Is it the end of the stream? Probably not. Well, it's gonna take 10 fucking minutes. I have to go out again, apparently. Well, I'm here and I'm a little bit more upset than I used to be 5 minutes ago. Or I don't know, like 10 minutes ago. Um, yeah, speaker, whatever. Jesus, actually a rough day. Now that I think about it. Okay, get component speaker. Okay, what's the problem here? Obviously. Get component speaker. Obviously, that's speaker. Maybe this. Shit. Well, let's hope this works, even though I'm not sure at all what happens if there's no speaker. This thing. Whatever. You know what? Actually, whatever. I don't care anymore. Okay, let's do it like this. What? Oh, you mean just like that? Be a variable. What you mean by that? Mm, Okay. Uh, uh, so finally, the work has been done. As you could see, I had some refactoring to do because I realized that what I did was not the right way. I had to add like those little say and next like next step triggers, because otherwise how could I detect, right? That was the breakpoint, and now it's all good and working. So now it's easy to create sequences. The last thing I want to make sure to do before I go you know with my day is I'm gonna have hold on a second. uh you know the only problem I have, okay, now it's working perfect. Finally, we're getting somewhere. We're getting progress. The only problem I have is it disappears just like that. Even though I said, like, sprite random color, it doesn't make sense anymore, because, obviously the parent doesn't have the effect on the, and yeah, now the sequence is over, and I can totally see that. It doesn't make any sense, in, to change the SR of the parent, because all that needs to have is to control children sprite renderers, and I don't know exactly how to do that. Maybe there's a way. How to control SR sprite renderer renderer as a group. Change alpha of all children sprite renderers. Components with a method to handle damage. Then write however many unique scripts that inherit from the base class, which override the handle damage method to take care of their own renderers. Take care. Well, I could see that I just have, well, it's still the same thing, right? It's still the same. So I'm gonna do it just like that. Okay, I'm gonna need to have a list. Okay, it doesn't need to have sprite renderer. List of sprite renderers, SRs. Children SRs. Children SRs is gonna be components in children to list, right? And that's about it. Okay, now we can move from there. Now for each sprite renderer SR and children SRs, do that. It's an easy 50, for example. If there was 50 things, it's not bad. And then each one of them has to fade. Well, for each, I make a transition fade. For each, yeah, and all I need to do is just do that, I think. And I can even do that, I think. I think this is illegal. Yeah, I think it is. What do you mean it doesn't exist? Oh, yeah. Of course it doesn't exist. Okay, I'm gonna do it like that. Do it like that. Well, see how it goes. And yeah, of course, for each right render star and even stars, I need that. Okay, now let's try that one and hope that it works. Well, I hope it works. I hope it works. Please just work. Okay, I'm not gonna have like crazy amount of sprite renders, right? It's gonna be just at maximum like 20, right? So it's not gonna be a big deal. Not gonna cost much. Yeah, but they're black. I mean they're white. That's bad. They should have their own color, except this is our color. New color. Our color. Our SR color G, SR color B, and SR color A is going to be 0, right? That's all I wanted to do. Yeah, whatever the color is, just make it alpha. Well, make it transparent. Make it alpha. Make it big and strong. Yeah. And I think that's it. I think that's actually it. Okay. I can work from there. But they're all white now, which is kind of bad. Didn't want this to happen. It should be black. Yeah. Why is there white? I don't get it. Oh, I didn't change it. I didn't change it. No, I did. What? I don't get it. Okay. It should be 0 at the start, but then you need to make a fade. Dude, I don't get it. Oh, fade makes them white. Whatever their color is. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. So it's not invisible. Should be more like this. Should be more like this. At least now, right? At least now. Should be more like this. Each time the color. Ooh. Well, okay. Let's do it that way. Let's leave it for now, but for SRs especially, I'm just gonna overwrite those colors. Color, whatever the SR color is. Or can I just do that? SR color minus new color 0F, 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 1F. How about that? Should be working, right? Should be working. Yeah, that was totally great. Doesn't work. Yeah. This is invisible. This is visible. Oh, yeah. Plus new color. New color. F0, F0, F1F. And I'm pretty much done, right? Now that should be working, I think. Yep, now it works. But I don't see shit. Why is that? Well, why is that? I can see those. It's weird. I don't see the corners. This is weird. This is weird. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Hey, this one should be visible, but it's not. Oh, it's at Z. Whatever. What the hell is going on with this Z? Okay. The Z is all messed up. I need to change that very quickly before I go. Okay, I have no time. I have no time. Apply, hit play, and hope that everything works. Yeah. Yo, it doesn't work. I don't know why. I don't know why this works, and I don't know why that. I don't know. Whatever. That's it. I have no time. I have to go. Bye. I think I'm gonna do off